Hey, it's Dave with Flipperforce, and this is a quick case study on how to analyze a deal using the numbers from my very first house flip. So in this case study, I'm just going to run through a quick analysis using our Flip Analyzer tool, and I'm going to walk you through the basics of analyzing a deal and how you can calculate the maximum purchase price that you should offer for a property. So let's just start by giving you a little bit of background on the property and the deal. So this property I found on the MLS way back in 2011. Back then there was still a lot of foreclosure inventory, so you could still find some really good deals on the MLS. This property in particular was listed for $54,900, and some of the rehabbed properties in this neighborhood and in this area were selling for around $125,000. So I thought if I could buy the property for around $50,000, put 40 into it, I might be able to make a $20,000 profit in this deal. So here's a few pictures of the property. The structure itself was fine, and I guess by fine I mean there were no major foundation issues or anything like that, but it did need a new roof, new windows and doors, and exterior painting, and then some new landscaping on the exterior. And then on the interior of the property, it was pretty dirty and there were some holes in the walls, but for the most part the property was just going to be a basic cosmetic rehab. So we were going to do some new bathrooms, painting the interiors, installing some new hardwood flooring in the kitchen, and then installing carpet in the bedrooms and new light fixtures throughout the property. So that's a quick overview of the scope of work of the property. Let's start by plugging in some numbers into our Flip Analyzer to see how much we should offer for this property. So I've got our Flip Analyzer tool open here in our Flipperforce software, and you can see it's a step-by-step process to analyze a deal. We've got 6 steps in the analysis process. The first step is the after repair value. So the after repair value is the amount that you think you can resell the property for after you make repairs to the property. So again, comparables in the area were selling for around $125,000. I'm just going to plug in 125 to get started, which is $96 a square foot. So this is a pretty affordable area. The purchase price is the next step on the step-by-step analysis here. So how much did you pay for the property, or how much do you anticipate paying for the property? Remember, the seller's asking price was $54,900. Let's just plug in their asking price here. We're definitely not going to offer what they were asking, but let's see how much profit we would make in this deal based upon their asking price. And then the next step after that is going to be our repair costs. So you can see we've got a couple different options here for plugging in your repair costs. You could plug in just a simple lump sum number. If you just wanted to plug in $50,000 for the repairs, you could do it that way. Otherwise, you can do a dollar per square foot. So if you've got a good budget number for a dollar per square foot, you'd basically plug that in. $35 times 1,300 square feet in this property is equal to a $45,000 budget. So I wouldn't recommend using the dollar per square foot number unless you really understand what that means. I've done some other case study videos where I walk through how to analyze those costs in the different cost ranges that we provide. So we've got a light rehab, we've got a medium rehab, and then we've got like a full gut rehab. $35 a square foot for me in Kansas City has basically been what we're doing on this property, which is going to be a lot of exterior work. There's going to be a new roof, new windows, new doors, new painting on the exterior, and then on the interior we're doing all new finishes, new bathrooms, new flooring, new fixtures throughout, and then potentially a new kitchen. So basically redoing everything in the property, and that's been about $35 a square foot for me. So 35 times 1,300, I've got a rough budget here of about $45,000 for the repairs. The next step is going to be fixed costs. So the fixed costs are your buying, holding, and selling costs. For your buying costs, again, we've got multiple options here, so you can just plug that in as a lump sum amount. So if you just want to throw in $2,000 there, you could do that. Otherwise, we've got a percent of purchase option for you, which is going to be, generally speaking, the buying cost will be around 1 to 3% of your purchase amount. So you can see our purchase amount right now is only $54,000. If we plugged in 2%, 2% times 54,000 is only $1,000. I'm going to make it 3%. So 3% times 54,000, we've got $1,600 in buying costs. Holding costs, again, you can just plug in a lump sum amount, or if you want to do it by a monthly rate. So holding costs are going to be like your utilities, your taxes, your insurance on this property. The utilities are probably $200 a month. Our taxes are probably only $100 a month, and then our insurance is going to be another $100 a month. So about $400 to $500 in monthly holding costs. And we're planning on rehabbing the property in 2 months, and then maybe taking around 2 months to sell the property. So once we get it under contract, it might take 45 to 60 days to close. So it might take us a week to get it under contract. So we're just going to plug in 4 here. If you don't want to do per month, we've also got a detailed option for you, which allows you to actually break this down too. So if you want to not just use kind of a lump sum dollar amount per month, you could use this detailed option, which allows you to just plug in all those values. So that's another option for you as well. And then selling costs, again, we've got the lump sum option, percent of resale, and detailed. So detailed, you can break down all of the detailed options here, or you can just do just kind of a percentage of the overall resale value. So the selling costs are going to typically be probably between 6 to 9% of the resale value if you're using a real estate agent to sell your property. So you're going to have to pay 3% for the buyer's agent's commission. You're going to have to pay your own seller's agent's commission, and then there's just going to be 2 to 3% of miscellaneous costs that you're going to have to pay at closing. So generally it ends up being around 6 to 9%. So I'm just going to plug in 8% here. 8% times 125,000 is equal to $10,000 in closing costs for selling costs. And then finally, financing. So if we were to be getting a loan here, we could set up some different loan options based upon purchase amount, purchase plus repairs, or ARV. We actually financed this all cash with a partner, so both went in on it and were able to finance the deal with just the cash that we had. So we didn't actually use outside funding. So I'm just going to leave it at all cash. And then we're just going to go to the next option, which is how much profit do you want to make in the deal. So you can see over here right now, we're only calculating $10,000 in profit based upon our purchase price of $54,900. So if we buy it if we can resell it for $125,000, buy it at $54,000, put $45,000 into it in repairs, and then have buying, holding, and selling costs of around $13,000, there's only going to be $10,000 left in this deal. So we need to tell the calculator how much we want to make. So generally speaking, I'll want to make either 15% of the ARV, which is 15% times 125,000 is $18,000, or I'll want, a minimum of maybe $20,000. So let's just plug in 20,000 as how much we want to make on this deal. And now the calculator is going to tell us a recommended maximum purchase price. So again, this is our results page. So you can see at the top we've got kind of the key performance metrics. You can see right now we're buying it at 80% of the after repair value. So if we were going by the 70% rule, we're actually overpaying by about 10%. So we would want to maybe go back and look at our numbers to make sure that we're comfortable with where we're at, because right now we're offering well over the 70% rule. Down here in the project returns tab, it's going to tell you how much profit you're making. So again, the formula is just the after repair value minus your purchase, minus your repair costs, minus your buying costs, your holding costs, your selling costs. So again, we're only going to make around $11,000 based upon this purchase amount of $54,900. So now if we keep scrolling down, we've got a section called the recommended maximum purchase price. So we told the calculator how much we wanted to make. We wanted to make $20,000 on the deal. So basically, if we want to make 20 grand on this deal, we need to offer $45,853. So again, here's the math for that. Basically, your maximum purchase price is equal to your after repair value, so what you can resell it for, minus your repair costs, minus your buying, holding, and selling costs, and then minus your desired profit of $20,000. So if we want to make that 20 grand, we need to offer $45,853. So technically, what they're asking, $54,900, is overpriced by about $10,000. So If we're going to make the money that we want, we need to be closer to the $45,000 range. We can definitely go back and kind of reconsider some of these values. Maybe we need to go back and do a detailed estimate to figure out, what exactly those repair costs are going to be, so we can refine our numbers. But as of right now, it's telling us that we can only offer $45,000 if we want to make 20. The other tabs just basically go into your project cost calculation, so how much upfront costs you're going to incur on the project. So we're going to incur $104,000 of upfront costs. And then our financing basically tells us how we're financing the deal. So again, since we're doing an all-cash deal, it's telling us we've got $104,000 that we're going to need for this project. Since we're not getting any financing, we're going to need $104,000 that we're going to be paying out of pocket. So that tells us everything we need to know from a project to returns perspective, the project costs, and then project financing. And again, it's telling us the recommended maximum purchase price down here that we should offer. So let's go back and we can actually edit our results directly on this panel. So if we wanted to say, well, let's see if we offered $47,500. Let's see what our profit's going to be. So we edited the $47,500, and you can see now our profit's at $18,353, which was right around that 15% of ARV calculation previously. So that might be the best offer that we could go in with. So if we go in at $47,500 for the purchase price, we would make $18,353. So that's a quick overview of the calculation using the flip analyzer and how it can be used to calculate the profit based upon a known purchase price, but then also help you calculate the recommended maximum purchase price that you should offer for the property. So that way you make the desired profit that you actually want to in the deal. Now, once you get done doing that, we've got some report options. So if you go up here to print report, you can go up and you can basically create an investment packet based upon the values that you entered into the flip analyzer. So we've got a cover page, property info page, financial overview. We've got some detailed estimate stuff, photos page. So now you can just generate a custom investment packet that you could give to your business partners, or if you're going to be working with a lender, they would want to see all of the financial information on how much profit's in the deal, what your budget is for the repair costs, and what your plan is for the project. And then this could be used to help you raise funding. So if you needed to raise funding for your deal, you could give this to a lender, or if you're working with a business partner, show them all the due diligence that you did on the deal to help give them peace of mind, so that way they will fund your flip. So that's a quick overview. If you have any questions about this analysis process, feel free to comment in the comment section down below, or find me in the app and you can chat with me directly in the app. So talk to you later.